Hello and welcome to the Underhive. We are back with some more Amnesia the Dark Descent. So, after the previous episode and the shambles it was, I spent about an hour trying to slap this meat onto every surface and see whether there was somewhere that it needed to go. But there isn't. It definitely isn't the case. So I started searching around every surface for about another hour, looking under everything to see like maybe there's a key glued to the inside of somewhere. We went all the way back up the stairs through the machine parts again, back over to where the tar is, and eventually I stumbled upon a trapdoor which is here. Now you can open the trapdoor from just the table. So first thing first, I opened the trapdoor and I was like, oh right, okay, so maybe we need to get up here. But then like you can't do anything from here. Eventually I sussed out I might need a box. There are some boxes just there, so you know, obviously there for a reason. And I suppose you could probably use the chair as well. And then once I got on here, I was able to jump and move this middle cog back into position. So I did that off screen, sadly, but that is what I did. It took maybe 2-3 hours to do that, so I'm glad I didn't record it all, but we've got there in the end. I imagine that fixes the machinery, or at least partly fixes the machinery. So also the zombie might jump out at some stage here now, because I didn't come back past there. As soon as I did that, I was like, right, okay, that is probably some progress. So as I'd suspected in the previous episode, you probably need to get in the torture rooms to proceed, and the meat is probably either used in there or after there. So we're going to go in here and pull these levers. Here's this one. I'm hoping the monster doesn't come and give me a heart attack now after all this hard work. Okay. Progress. Already taken the oil. And I've got a couple of oils. You know what? I'm gonna chuck them in. If we find an oil barrel, we'll save it for a little while. Now, one of these doors was blocked. I just want to check whether it still is. Yeah. Okay. So let's just hope he's not going to chase us now.
Daniel, you have gone too far. I have to stop you. I can't let you proceed any further. I'm sorry, my friend.
Don't stop me.
You will get in. You got the doors open? Good going. I knew you could do it.
Shut up, Agrippa. You did nothing. You even give me a vague inkling of where to go. Okay, so we've got a room there. We've got a room here. A well. Shit's going on there. Okay, now we've got transept. Okay. We've read that one before. Will it ever end, he thought. I don't think we're too far away now, is the point. Okay. Okay, we've got cages.
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one, prepare him.
Oh, we're going to go through these doors first. Got an octagram on the floor. Okay, we've got a pipe. Is this one of the screamy pipes then? Probably is. Ah, the old stretch and weighty. Ah, yeah. Just snap the shoulders. Sounds good. Yeah, that's pretty sinister right there. Ah, piece of the orb. Very good. Progress.
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man. How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man.
I know about this one. The old Spanish Inquisition spike up the back passage.
Fire.
It wasn't my fault. Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
Sweet. Well, if I'm going to work on the proviso that all of these have one piece in, we are making progress.
Please, I'll do anything. Whatever you want. Anything. I'll do anything. I'm innocent.
Somebody's soaring. Oh, now that one is savage. Oh. Oh. God. I mean, that's not torture, that's execution. There's no way you're surviving that. No way in hell. Orb peace. That is horrendous. I'm aware of that torture method though. Allegedly, a lot of time the saw blade would get stuck in the hip bone and prevent further sawing. Seems we can't really run up here. Okay, maybe we can. Study. Well, very nice. Oh, what's that? String. Glass jar on a string. Okay. I mean, I didn't. I thought maybe we were going to be like tying the meat up like you do with like a brisket or something. Notes on torture. There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I had figured out that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this was not the case. The humans all have very similar... The humans? So that's as if he's either tortured other species of things, which he probably has, or he's not human, or doesn't consider himself to be human. The humans all have very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and terror of anticipation. Can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care hasn't been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem, but it will also hinder the effect I am after. The right steps to take are, therefore, to restrain while the victim is still dazed, proceeding by presenting the form of torture you are about to apply, and then to continue with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient, as it will trigger itself into greater fear, simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage, as it will prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also, apply the pain in doses, if possible with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, then strike again. As the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that all will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. Let's see. So maybe that's the thick liquid we're having referred to. Oh. Is it you, my love, I miss the most, or perhaps myself? I don't know what I've become. I am not blind, I am a monster to them. A demonic sultan perched on a dark mountain top. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. Okay. Good to know. Well, we saw a well, and I did see a crank, and I have since got a string with my jar. So, like, maybe... I mean, I don't know why you would need an additional string. Nope, that is not the way. I don't know why you'd need an additional string, but I'm just going to assume that that ties onto the rope, and when we put it down the well, maybe collect some water. The fear had begun to drown him again. He reached once more for the empty bottle of laudanum. The frustration, he smashed against the bedpost. I think we've read that one. Oh, there's a monster in here for a minute there, but there's clearly something in this well. So let's try that. No. Orb? No. Meat. Oh, this is where the meat goes. Okay, winner. So we're doing a bit of fishing. Hello, monster. Do you want to bite? You do want to bite. He is finished. Let's reel him in. Big fish, please. I want to win the fishing tournament. We won a bone. Remains. Covered in mucus. Okay. Okay, well, we've got a bone covered in mucus. That'll have to do for now.
Something else.
Sort of is, yeah. Okay, so maybe this must be the choir. Secrets. In court, the Order of the Black Eagle spew their politics at each other while I sit quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while, someone will notice me and lose themselves in a silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am the one and the same Alexander, who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their fathers' places, and they too will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same. Age, not by time, but by anguish. Okay. I mean, it would be a bit unsettling, yeah. The old Dorian Gray situation. Agrippa channels wire. So this isn't Wire's note, because it's Agrippa by the looks. Wire taunts me from the other side. I trusted him with my true reason for my efforts, and still he insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such a lack of compassion in a seat of power disgusts me. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa, as he is and has been for centuries my only link to the worlds beyond. Weir claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him Agrippa so he too can help. If he could guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but how am I to part with him if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I have seen their deception. Optimism is the most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Weir told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, vitae, and tempter. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I can find the internal gland from a large specimen. Okay, so it's not just a random mushroom I need to find. The choir seems to be fertile grounds for this sort. Should be able to extract its contents with the proper tools. Okay, so I need a tool and then that. The vitae can be extracted from an agonized human victim's blood. I just need large amounts to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Tempter, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word in these letters looks wrong. I believe it's property. It's a property of the secretion in the water-dwelling Kenkt. So is that what I got the saliva of? I will have to address Weyer with this, as he will supply me with a host. A properly prepared well should suffice to contain it. Yeah. Okay, so I've got that. Mixture made with 3 ingredients. Yeah. Okay. So, like, is that why I couldn't do anything with it? No, maybe I have to. I mean, it's got the saliva on it, which is probably the active ingredient I need. But then maybe I just need to do all the things first. Laudanum. No secrets. Okay. Let's move on. Fire. Okay. So the other stuff, at least the orbs and stuff, should be here. Maybe that. Such filth. True that. Okay, this is... I don't think they're the tools it was on about. I've run out of oil. Okay.
"15th of August, 1839. The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions.
Where the hell did he come
No
from?
time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry. Alexander, you must let me be. I have to concentrate. Take the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come. Please, I didn't do anything. Paint the man, cut the lines. Paint the man, cut the lines. Please, the man cries. Now you see. I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain.
Excuse me? Did I get
Sir,
something there?
There isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes.
But I didn't actually leave the room. We didn't get anything out of that. So that was just a vision of something Daniel did. Yeah, he's a bit of a bastard, isn't he, Daniel? He's not as charming as he originally paints himself. Okay. Carefully cutting the man open made him think. This is how. Oh yeah, we've read that as well about his father being an artisan. Oh, we are very much running out of oil.
Daniel, salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge.
Is the monster here?
Your violence. Is it for the greater good?
I don't know, but that noise generally means monster.
It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both.
I feel like he was following me there, though. I don't know what we do about that, but... Oh, nice. Got on. Ah, brass ball. They are also horrendous. Basically cooked alive. The traitor did not know what to think of the brass ball as he was forced to enter it. Only when the heat of the fire began to scorch his skin and cook his flesh did he realise it was to be his tomb. His screams of pain echoed inside the brass chamber and travelled through the complex instruments, which was the bull's head. Outside, the men could hear the brazen bull bellow. Hello? Alright. Yeah, I didn't realise that was what was going to happen there. Any orbs? Ah. Well, that's one. Well, let's get out of the bull chamber. I'm hoping there's no more zombies. I don't like my odds, but I'm hoping. Just gonna keep the wall on my right hand side and hopefully find the other doors. Wall and or chasm, as it would seem. Surprised I'm not going super insane being in the dark like this, but maybe he's become accustomed to it. Apparently they were never actually used for that. But yeah, they're pretty horrific. The forge just stood absolutely still. The casket had been closed, but the faint light made its way inside. A myriad of spikes pointed at him, glittering as they waited for his body to slip, just for a moment. His knee jerked and he felt blood trickle down his leg in pain. His head fell slightly forwards. It took him a while to realise his eye had been ruptured and had begun to leak. Oh dear. Up. Oh, nice, yeah. Sweet. They're all different colours, it would seem. Shall we grab all the tinder boxes? I knew it. Give me your box of goodness. And a loading them. Okay, so we've got one more now, I think. But then we also need some potion or something for a gripper. Which requires me to hurt somebody, which I thought we were going to get in that room where he had a flashback, but evidently it was just a flashback. Ah, no, that's the entrance. Okay. Oh, this is going to be hard. I suppose we didn't try immediately right from the door, did we? Or did we? I don't think I tried immediately right from the bridge, did I? Because we were too busy running away. Pretty generous bit of oil. Could be.
The wheel is good for keeping your victims still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim. All tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
The old hobbling wheel. It's kind of grim. So we've got all the old now. Oh, wow. That hammer, though. That is a gruesome hammer. Wow. Yeah, that would break you right up. So, I've got the orb, but I need potion for a gripper. I'm getting out of here, though. I'm going to hope that none of it's in here. Because there's a zombie around somewhere and he's going to chase me, I'm sure of it. And I just don't want that. Whew. Oh, no. I don't know where the door is. Oh, yes. Oh, that worked out so nicely. Oof. I'll be safe. Now, I'm not sure if I think I need to go over to the tar bowl that I had earlier. I mean, maybe we get one of the ingredients from over there. Like, maybe we can go without a gripper at this stage. I'd be kind of willing to. But yeah, that room really rattled me. Like, I really didn't want to bump into the monster at all. I'm really not a fan of that.
Something else.
Somewhat. I mean, we haven't come across anybody to drain the Vitae out of. The other thing was mushrooms, and it said there might be mushrooms in there, but I couldn't see any. But maybe the mushrooms are in the chancel. I'll always read that again if I have to. Oh God! Oh. Thought I could get around him. Was there two there? I think there was two. Yeah, they ate me well and good there. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Wait, was that supposed to happen? I'm beginning to think that was supposed to happen. Because now I'm in a cell.
You had me worried. Quite frankly, I'm not sure what to do with you. I hold no grudge against you, Daniel. We are so very much the same, you and I. Did you really drink from the amnesia mixture? It does explain so much of your behavior. You never did finish what you set out to do. You talked about redemption, how you would face the orb's shadow and save our work, and me. I will grant you another chance to redeem yourself. You can wait here and stop the shadow. Thank you, friend.
Oh, they didn't take my hammer and chisel. Nope. Let me out. Oh. Bar. What would I use the iron bar? Sweet. Ah, wow. Gold strength. Ah, they didn't want this one. Okay. Well, I want to search the other cells briefly. There is little left to say. I write solely to prevent myself from revisiting the memories of the last few days. If I am fortunate, I will fall asleep and the time will pass without effort. I have begun to wean myself from this prison. Wean myself of this prison. When I first arrived, I felt like I was being buried inside a tomb, but now I feel the close walls comforting me. As long as I am in here, there is no pain. The walls protect me from the outside. I even laughed earlier as one of the wardens dropped a key down the pipes. It gave me hope for a second, thinking I could escape, if only I could somehow reach it from here. In my dreams, Alexander, I am king. In my dreams, I best you and escape your clutches and return with all the knights of the realm, carrying pistols and sabers. In my dreams. So there's a key down the well? I'm glad we went in the thingies then. In the cells. Surely this is the one then. No. Okay. Maybe there's a magnet. I mean, I was kind of thinking, how's a key going to end up in the glass jar? But I can't see anything.
Kill them all. Burn this castle to the ground.
Daniel went kind of cray-cray then, by the sounds. Can I get anything out of this guy? Nope. Okay. Ah, bucket. Okay. I mean, I don't see how the glass jar on a string is much worse, but okay. Okay, we've managed it. Okay, water. Use the water. I don't know if I still need the iron bar. Can I put it back on here? Okay, well, maybe we can get out of here. Like, I feel like the key is in this bucket of water. Like, where would I put the bucket? Maybe in a drain? There isn't a drain in any of the cells. Oh. What? Why did I have to tip it specifically in a pipe? Oh, because the key was in that pipe, maybe. Okay, right, okay, fair enough. I'll take it as a given. I thought he meant he chucked it in the well, like not in the drain there. Okay, well that makes a bit more sense, I suppose. I don't know if I'm being chased, but I feel like I am. Liz Shadow, Liz. I am only so much strength. Okay, it's glowing. It's glowing in red. Oh god. Was that always going to happen whichever way I went? Oh, the jam is here now. Well, it's not as bad as the zombies, I've got to say. That noise is really, really off-putting to me, that sort of moan they do. So, yeah, I'd rather be chased by whatever that was, into the nave. When Hazel turns 15, she had lived 3 years longer than Dr. Tate had foreseen. Her parents had given up from exhaustion and have decided to have her committed for permanent treatment at Canterbury Hospice, but she was still alive. She had embraced him and wished him a grand adventure in Algeria. Guessing that was either me or Alexander. Is this the same one we saw earlier? No, it can't be, can it? No idea. Alexander became silent. He didn't know what to say. He could no longer recognize his friend sitting across the carriage.
"18th of August, 1839. Tonight, we will unlock the power of the orb and ultimately banish the shadow hunting me. I feel it closing in on me, and I fear for my life more than ever." Just outside Altstadt lies a small settlement where Zimmerman,
Wait, what?
a dairy farmer, lives with his wife and 3 children.
Open world zone? I didn't know this was a thing.
Coach went there. Our visit was unexpected, and Alexander was able to strike Zimmerman down without alerting the others. As he went to take care of the farmhands, I began to look for the children. We should have more than enough prisoners to finish the ritual now.
Pretty harsh then, Daniel. Okay, so we're not there for long. The crying had stopped. All he could hear was the whisper coming from the cell. They were up to something, and he will have to punish them. Good, I wanted this tinderbox. Pretty good. The jam is back! Oh, so that was that block door. Okay, okay, that's fair enough then. Oh, jam, leave it. Give it a rest. Just passing through. Alright, so all the tinderboxes I spent earlier are mute now, are they? I've still never found what's-his-face's note, though, that Agrippa wanted. Can we run? I want to run. Thank you. Ah, so this is the laboratory that was blocked off. Okay. Oh? I'm guessing that's for the mushroom. Looks like a press. And that's maybe to heat the mixture. Okay. Okay, well we haven't got all the bits, so we'll come back to that.
Dad, I thought I'd lost you. The castle trembled and I could hear the chancel collapse. The laboratory might be accessible now.
Yeah, it is. So is this though. Ah, bone saw. So that's where I'm going to get the Vita from. So it won't budge. Oh. Okay.
What are you doing? Time is running short. Don't get ahead of yourself. First, we need the tonic.
All right. Okay. So you are going to let me cut you into pieces, are you, mate? Okay. Sounds pretty good. So which? Yeah, this was the way. This was the way. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he needs. Like, I need mushroom and vitae, but I've not seen a body, and I've not seen. All his life he thought he was a good man. Terrible deeds were only committed by terrible people like Harry Bedloe, the bully. But yeah, like I haven't seen a body or like a person we can extract the vitae from, other than Agrippa, and that didn't work. Is he still here? Whoa! What was that? Alright. There was still the rooms either side there. Maybe they had something in them. Now I know what I'm looking for. Maybe they were a thing. Okay, so that side is now gone. Which means it's this side, if any. No fungus. Oh, this is open now. Okay, okay. Get to work, boys. Let's bang it. Bang it hard. Ow. Lord. Oh, but I am supposed to jam the cogwheels. Okay. Well. I mean, what's large enough that I can lift? That's about as large a thing as I can grab. Nice. But I've got no idea why we did that. I don't know what that achieves. Will possibly achieve something. Maybe that gets rid of the electric, but I thought the orb would do that. Does seem like it has got rid of the... Oh no, then again. No, that's still there. Oh, but it is limited now. Ah, we have the orb now. But I can't do anything with it, can I? Oh. So I've gone to the inner sanctum, but we've not gone with Agrippa. But I never found a body or a mushroom. Like I've obviously missed it, but I don't know why we turned that machine off neither. Sacrifice. Very good.
19th of August, 1839. It's not fair. I'm not to blame. I've been manipulated by that demon. He played my guilty conscience and duped me into facing the shadow alone. That vile, conspiring man. He expects me to meet my death as he steals power beyond imagination. Alexander, I will kill you for what you have done. If only the shadow had caught me in London or Algeria, I wouldn't have to suffer this humiliation. You made me a murderer, a monster. And now, I merely await my death. I am too weak to press on. I can hardly stand as my knees fail me. I cannot see as my eyes are dressed in tears. I am as broken as the men I've tortured. If only I could wipe my fear away, as we did with them.
Which is presumably why he starts taking the amnesia juice then. We've got plenty of laudanum to recover. Every door sealed shut. Search for a way to open it. Let's go back to my notes, just see if I can find where to get. Feed him a tonic, the form of a paralyzer, vitae, and tampter. Poisonous fungi works as a paralyzer. Should be able to find the internal gland from a large specimen. The choir seems to be fertile ground. Proper tools. Vitae could be extracted from any agonized human victim's blood. Need large amounts to distill it properly. Okay, so I've got the difficult one, but I have missed that in the choir. So, like, I feel like maybe I needed to have a gripper here at this point to open that door. So we're going to go back. What? Oh, great. I can't go back. Okay. Sadly. And once again stumped. I mean, I've done the obvious thing, which is to, you know, blood sacrifice for both. I will say it's become a little bit too cerebral for me. I'm struggling here. Definitely like no more levers on these things, is there? I mean, like, I'm not even sure I need them for anything anymore, them steel bar and whatnot. Let's light all the lights. Drunk mode now. Okay, that's opened it. Stand on the pentagram. Why am I getting hit? Ow. 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 Why are you beating me up? So we can't go back now, even if I wanted to. Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to have saved with Agrippa at this point, or I mean, like, maybe I am, because the choir would have happened before now, at least. But I never saw any big fungus there. Like, no, like, I was expecting poison to be coming out of one of them. Alexander saw that the evening had taken its toll on my friend's mind and barred him in the inner sanctum.
It saddens me to see you filled
Oh, here
with
he is,
such
look.
hate. Is vengeance really what you seek?
Knob out.
I hoped you, of all people, could appreciate the grave nature of the situation. After all, it's always been your life we were fighting for. Isn't it worth a little sacrifice? Come, help me finish the ritual. There's still time before the shadow catches up with you.
I mean, like, how do I push it over then? The hell is this thing? Oh. Just gotta lean into it and drag. Let's knock these things over, boys.
My intentions. Why would I take such extreme measures to save your life? Maybe I'm saving mine too. Stop it, Daniel. You are ruining it.
I'm ruining nothing.
Close, I beg you. You killed us both.
Well, that's the aim, brother.
It was my greatest triumph. and I never looked back. You think I was afraid, fleeing Brennenburg? Huh. Quite the contrary.
Probably still got poisoned by the mushrooms on the way out, though.
I knew it was my purgatory. Hellfire made to wash away my sins.
It's stuck on the rubble.
There's no denying the things I've done, but I have paid my tribute. I gave them that awful man. I did the right thing.
So I think we failed to save Agrippa then. So yeah, obviously I missed something in the choir. And, I mean, I don't know whether it's his blood you would use, because he has got a tortured body there. But yeah, it wouldn't let me take a chunk of him. So yeah, there we go. Well, I did enjoy that. I'm a bit gutted that I didn't do everything there in terms of saving Agrippa. But it is what it is. I finished the game. I'm happy with that. I was suitably scared by it. And I will say I enjoyed that as well. So thank you very much for watching. We will see the credits out as per. Can't imagine there's going to be that big a credit roll. I've got to say the music was done very well. Good old Miko. I can't imagine a game like this going through beta testing, but obviously it does. Strange that it just went absolutely silent there. Is Ike.7 the score I got? Well, there we go. I can't imagine I'll be playing it again to get the Agrippa saved ending, but there we go. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time in the Underhive.